It's a race for oil near the top of the world. 5 countries, including the United States, are scrambling to claim the Arctic Circle and the very valuable oil fields beneath the ocean there. Jonathan Hunt has been braving the cold and investigating all of this, and he joins us now from northern Greenland. Jonathan, welcome. And this morning I heard you talking about the continental shelf, and what they want to find out is how far it extends so they can get the territory that actually belongs to our country, right?
Exactly. The U.S. sent the Coast Guard icebreaker USS Healy out into the Arctic Ocean just a few weeks ago. We went on board the Healy as it floated in the Arctic to take a look at what they're doing. And basically what they need to do is map the continental shelf, as you said, because they want to find out how far it extends, because under a UN treaty currently being debated in the Senate, if they can prove how far the shelf extends, the U.S. can then say that is our territory, and therefore we can start looking for oil under there and possibly increase the amount of oil we can get from what are thought to be vast reserves underneath the Arctic Ocean, Martha.
Boy, it'll be interesting to find out how all of that plays into our need for oil from the Middle East, Jonathan. You've been giving us such great reports and amazing video from up there. How did you get that video? How are you coming to us? It's a tricky thing to do, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a very tricky thing to do. You know, a lot of networks have done or are planning on doing the sort of coverage we've done of global warming and the issues. As far as I'm aware, not one of them has been live up here, but thanks to the team we've got, we've managed it. Here, Barnsey, give me this. I got to show you everybody here. This is our intrepid cameraman, Eric Barnes. He's been with me throughout our time in the Arctic. Over here, we have the guys who've made this happen. Pat Muskoff and Rich Deander, 2 great engineers. This is the setup that they produced. They managed to get a working satellite dish here. A lot of people said it couldn't be done. And then down here, we have our long-suffering and certifiably insane producer, Chris Spinder, talking to the bridge right now, getting very grumpy, as he always does. But these are the guys that made all this happen, Martha. Take that back, Eric. There you go.
It's amazing. I'm so happy that you showed us.
Props to them.
I'm glad you showed us the band. Thanks for introducing us to the band. You know,
that's our van. We love our van.
This morning, I heard you talking about a race and a rifle and a polar bear. What's going on up there, Jonathan?
Yeah, we were up in northern Alaska and we decided to go looking for polar bears because, as you know, part of the problem with the ice melt is the polar bears are disappearing. So we went searching out on Point Barrow, this tiny strip of land, the northernmost point in the United States. We were with a guide who was armed with a rifle. We're all riding all-terrain vehicles. We get to a point where the Arctic Ocean on both sides is kind of coming across. The guide turns around to Eric Barnes, that delightful cameraman you just saw, says, "I don't think we should go through there." Eric, of course, says, "Oh, come on." So the guide starts going through. A big Arctic wave comes across, knocks his ATV over. He's scrambling on the top, soaking wet, freezing cold, as you can imagine. He's standing on the very apex of the ATV, the only bit above water, throws his rifle to the certifiably insane Chris Spinder, our producer. So then I am stuck there with the Arctic Ocean coming in on both sides, a polar bear up ahead of me, and a guy, a producer, who's made no secret of the desire he wants to kill me with a high-powered rifle right behind me. But we got away. I survived, and I'm here to tell the tale.
Oh, well, you know,
he hasn't killed me yet.
We've tried.
Might. There he is. Look at him.
We've tried everything we can think of, Jonathan.
If I never come back from Greenland, he's the man.
All right, Jonathan, well, I guess it sounds like you're going to make it back to us. It didn't work.
We'll see.
Jonathan Hunt,
Thanks, Martha.
great job up there. Thank you so much for bringing us those great pictures. Good to talk to you again.